Hi guys, we are broadcasting live from Capitol Hill. We are back here with the Fry family from Lincoln, Nebraska, and we just wanted to report back on our morning with Senators Fisher and Senator Sass. So tell everybody back home in the Heartland what it was like this morning meeting them.
It was a very exciting morning. We got to meet Senators Fisher and Sass. We got to share Grace's story and our message of why we're here and advocating for children's health care.
And what'd you tell them? What'd you tell them, Grace?
I told them just about my story and like the life that was, what it was like to be in the hospital mainly.
And kind of what was hard about it, right?
Yep.
Jeff, what was the message you wanted to convey today?
Just how important it is for Medicaid to stay in place for children and how it helps families just like ours, and we know many others that are out there to get through what they're dealing with without having to worry about all the financial hardships that they might be faced with otherwise.
And we're so grateful for you guys sharing your experience, and we know there's a lot of people back home who probably are like, what was that like? I mean, was it like what you thought it would be, meeting with them and being in the offices?
It was kind of intimidating, the thought of it going in at first, but once we sat down and started talking, they're just people like us and having a normal conversation for the most part. So
Very personable.
appreciate the time.
Yes, it was a great experience. We're so thankful to Children's for giving us this opportunity and hopefully trying to make a difference.
Yeah, absolutely. Totally making a difference. And both of them and their staff said that, it's eye-opening. And it really puts a face and a story behind these issues that they debate here on Capitol Hill. And I also want to bring in someone else from our team. Liz Lyons is our Director of Advocacy and Government Affairs. And Liz, can you just kind of recap for everybody at home, like what were the really big issues that we wanted to advocate for today on Capitol Hill?
We have been fighting for the past 2 years to keep Medicaid funding protected for children, and when Senators Fisher and Senator Sass got to hear from Grace and their family about how Medicaid played into their medical journey at Children's, and that they do have primary insurance, but Medicaid was secondary to help them afford the high deductible, the co-insurance, and some of the expensive, aggressive treatments Grace went through that wasn't covered by their primary insurance. People don't think of Medicaid as filling in those gaps for people who have a complex condition, and it does, and that's what we want to fight for always, for that survival for kids, and that it allowed Mandy to be with her every single day beside her, and Jeff was lucky to have a portable ability to work, but not every family's so lucky, where both mom and dad sometimes have to give up their jobs. They spend a lot of time at the hospital. There's a lot of treatments and appointments and doctor's visits. So Medicaid really does play a significant role in any healthcare journey, short or long term. So we're fighting for today.
And I think there were eyes opened. I mean, did you hear that? You talk with these people more than we do in your roles. So what do you think they heard? What do you think is their takeaway from this advocacy trip?
Senator Fisher's takeaway, I would say, is, she knows this and is very well versed. She's very compassionate about our needs and the children that we treat. I think her takeaway was just another situational occurrence of like how this worked. She's co-sponsored our bill, the ACE Kids Act, which we're hopeful will pass this Congress. We've been working many years on getting that done. But I think, again, it's just that another moment where she could be in Mandy and Jeff's shoes and think of how this would work for her family, just making it more signifying on why she championed the bill. I think Senator Sass's takeaway today was just exactly how Medicaid does come into play. It opened their eyes as to why it wouldn't be necessary and how it makes sense. So again, anytime you can advocate on behalf of yourself, your family, your loved ones, your message is very unique, and that's how you truly become a better advocate and how you can change and pave the way forward.
Yeah,
so
totally.
And Grace did a wonderful job. I've never been more impressed by anyone. She was so great. She's the strongest person I know, and this is the best day in the office for me, and I just want to thank you for coming with me. Everything that you were able to say and do, and just being here with me. I can't tell the story like Grace can, and I learned a lot from you. So I just want to say thank you for that.
Thank you
as well.
And I know that a lot of families on the other side, back in Nebraska, back in the Midwest, are thankful to you too, because someone needs to speak speak up for kids. And we often say at Children's that children are 20% of the population, but 100% of the future, and that just is why we're here.
Exactly.
So we wanted to report back, everybody, before we come back to Nebraska. And thanks so much for joining us. And be sure to follow us online, on social, but always you can find us at children'somaha.org.
And if you want to become another advocate for us, reach out to me on our advocacy webpage. You can find my contact information. And I just want to thank you all for being an advocate and for keeping in mind that children's needs are very unique and that we need to fight for them every day because they don't have a voice or an ability to vote. So,
Thanks for
thank
joining
you.
us, guys.